Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are starting an epic series, which is showing you how to turn $500 into, $100,000. Now, obviously, we can't do that in one day and in one video, but this is going to be obviously a long and fully documented series of how to turn $500 into $100,000. Now, a lot of you may think that's impossible. It's crazy. You can't do that. Well, I've done it before, so I'll do it again and I'll show you the whole process on how to do that, and hopefully you learn a lot on the way, as well as I just give you a good time here on the channel. So the first thing we're going to do is mint these two Moonshot Garage projects on Immutable X. Now, this is a huge benefit to starting with a small amount of money. Why? Well, because right here, guys, there's no gas fees on Immutable X. So, as a beginner, you have to understand what is your playing field, right? Where are you going to be playing this game, okay? Because there are different environments that you can participate in, whether that's on, maybe minting NFTs on AVAX or minting NFTs on Solana, right? You have to choose where's your environment, and the environment we're going to be, playing this game at is on Immutable X, okay? And so when I say playing a game, I mean playing this game of NFTs. I call it a game. So we're going to go ahead and mint two of these here for 0.05 ETH each, which is going to cost us roughly $418 of our $50. So let's go ahead here, and what I do is I actually switch the gas fee. So right now, watch this, right? You see how right now it says unknown processing time. Well, easy workaround that is to just up the gas a little. So, 130, right? Let's try that. See, now it says very likely to go through in less than 15 seconds. So then I will confirm it. That's going to be $424 for us to begin our first trade here. And that is going to be courtesy of the Moonshot Garage project whitelist. So you got to do a little research, got to do a little studying, find the next thing that you want to get into. And this is one we determined probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, I believe, or something, right? So we're going ahead and minting this transaction here, and guys, I'm showing you the entire process. After we do that, we should see these Moonshot Garage NFTs actually come over into our inventory here on Immutable X, and so we see that transaction is confirmed. So I'm going to have to disconnect my other wallet and actually connect this wallet right here, and after we do that, we should see all of our NFTs in the inventory on Immutable X. So guys, let's recap kind of what we've done here. We started with $500 and we're down to $100. So we spent $400 on our first trade, and right now, okay, this is an old wallet here that we use for Immutable X. So what I'm going to do is wait for the new NFTs that we just minted to come in here, and I will update you guys on what the plan is next. So guys, that took about 60 seconds for them to actually go through into our wallet. So let's actually do a little bit of a price analysis here and determine how are we going to profit, right? We're starting with $500. How are we going to grow that into $100,000? You need a plan and you need to execute, and you got to figure out how are you going to do that. So let's sort out the price. We can see these are going for 0.21, 0.21, 0.21 at the floor right now. So what I'm actually going to do, okay, is actually go ahead and list one for 0.2. And I think it's got a very good chance that someone's going to buy that. And so that is going to be a 4x right off the bat. Remember, we paid 0.05 for each of these. So to flip it for 0.2, that's a 4x, guys. And that's what you need when you're starting out, right? You need the 4x, you need the 5x. And so this would be a very modest 4x. And we're, this is a quick flip, right? But, that's what you need is the quick flips sometimes. That are going to get you to 100,000, and it just goes one step at a time. So, like I said, starting with $500 down to $100, right? So we invested $400 into this trade. If we could get 0.4 Ether out of this trade, well, what's the math on 0.4 Ether, guys, right? 0.4 Ether is $1,600. So if we can flip two of these for 0.2 each, we would essentially be turning $400 into $1,600. Now, guys, with $1,600 in profit, now you can start looking for the next trade, as well as you can actually look for the price to dip and find a better entry point to get in. So it looks like people are undercutting us right now, but you can see, right, we just saw there was two listings for 0.2. One of ours was one of them, right? But basically, we're not going to like try to undercut these guys right here. We've got a plan. We're going to sell it at 0.2. So all I'm going to do is sit here and wait for that to most likely get filled as these two below us get picked up, and then ours gets picked up. Okay, so now there's 3 listings below us, and so we'll just wait for that. And oh, actually, it turns out the one that we saw there was 2 listings for 0.2. Well, it turns out that ours is actually the one that got bought. So never mind, ours got bought for 0.2. So just like that, what is 0.2 Ether, guys? We just made $800 on $200 invested, right? So that's how you got to start out, right? Is you got to find the right thing where you're going to need very little capital to actually multiply it, and that's what we just did. So the first half of this trade is complete. Now, the beautiful thing about freeing up some capital is, first off, we've secured gains, which can actually allow us to put that money into the next trade. And on the next trade, we can make another 4x, but instead of 4xing, so look, the funds are not going to be in MetaMask because they're in Immutable, right? So instead of 4xing 0.05, now we can 4x a 0.2 Ether balance right now, right? So that would take us to 0.8 Ether. So you can see, right, it's all about multiplying your stack. What's the next double? What's the next thing I can double my money on? Or, possibly way more than double, right? This was a 4x, right? And so all it is just, is knowing when to get in and when to not get in. So for example, I've got 0.2 Ether freed up now. Do I just want to buy the dip at 0.19 when I just sold one for 0.2? That makes no sense, right? So this tells me that if I'm not willing to buy at 0.19 right now, then the price is most likely going to fall lower. And so that is where I would maybe want to buy the dip and re-enter into this trade, is at a lower price. So I'm actually going to go ahead and list the next one for 0.2 Ether, and we'll get out of this, with some profit. And I think, based on the price action that we're seeing, I think there's a very good chance the price dips. And guess what I can do? With the profits, I can actually buy probably 2 times more of these on the dip, right? And so it's all about figuring ways to multiply your capital, and you got to get a little creative and a little smart, especially when you're working with a small amount. Not everything's going to be given to you. You got to work a little extra harder when you're working with a smaller amount. So right now, you can see there's 2 listings below us, and then after that, there's 3 listings at our current price. So look, you don't need to always go and undercut the person below you and just continue to undercut them. All that's going to make all that's going to do is make the price look, bearish, okay? But really, let the market determine the price. Right now, we are determining the price. It's 0.2 based on what we want to sell it at, right? So once that gets sold, we should have a balance of 0.4 Ether. And guys, with 0.4 Ether, that's $1,600. If we 4x $1,600, now we're at $6,400, right? And so it's all a game of doubling. It's all a game of tripling, quadrupling, whatever you can manage. But it's all about managing your risk as well, right? So for example, whoever's buying at 0.2 Ether right now, I have to question their smarts, right? Because I'm smart. I'm not going to buy at 0.2 Ether right now when I can tell that the price is most likely going to dip lower than this, right? And so the people who are getting in right now, like I said, they don't know what they're doing. We got to be levels ahead of the people we're playing against, right? It's all a game of reading other people. And right now, the read that I'm making is that the price is likely going to fall lower before it can actually move higher. So what am I, trying to do here with a smaller account of just $500? Trying to take the profits, okay, and then reload on the dip if that's what we deem to be, the most efficient thing. So that's my read on the market. That's what I think is going to put me in the best position to continue multiplying my stack here. So we're just going to wait here. Look, you can see there's only one listed for 0.2. Actually, ours might have got filled. No, ours is still the one available. So, we're very close to getting that filled. And like I said, what does that give us? $1,600. So we turned $400 into $1,600 on this 4x, right? And then once again, it's all about making the next, multiplication there. So I'll update you when this gets sold. You can see we're one away from getting sold, and after that, I'll let you know our plan and how we're going to continue to grow this $500 into, obviously, after this gets sold, $1,600, and then, what are we going to do next to multiply that? Okay, so I'm walking you guys through everything, the thought process, and how you get ahead of other people. You got to make reads on other people. You got to read the market. You got to read the price action and make the best and most logical decisions possible. So let's go, guys. This should get filled any moment here, and I will let you guys know. All right, so guys, that got filled. We now have 0.4 Ether liquid, ready, locked and loaded for the next trade, the next profitable opportunity. Point 0.4 Ether is $1,600. So in this episode of this trading challenge, how to turn $500 into $100,000, we turned, okay, $500 into $1,600 plus 100, roughly $1,700. So that's the start of your challenge, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will keep you up to date as we build this up to $100,000 and I document the journey. Remember, this is not my priority, but I will work on it here with time. So just, give me time and you guys know I'll follow through. So now, guys, last thing before I actually go ahead and end off this video, I just want to say the actions that you're seeing me take here of flipping this project. I just want to say I am a supporter of this project. The developers are very skilled behind this project. The team is really good. And so on my other wallet, we've got many of these. Okay, I'm only showing you how to turn a small sum into a large sum. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is the right thing to do of selling at a 4x right now, right? I fully support Moonshot Garage project. I think it's going to most likely be a very successful launch pad. One of the most, there's room for multiple successful launch pads on Immutable X, right? So, could this actually go to 0.4 or 0.5 Ether? It's very possible, right? So you have to understand, just because I'm selling it at 0.2 doesn't mean I don't believe it can go much higher than that. All I'm trying to do is be the most efficient to multiply and actually, right, is buy back even more, right? I can buy back double if this dips to 0.15 or 0.12, and then we can go higher. You see what I mean? So I'm just making the reads that I think are going to put us in the best position to get this to $100,000. But like I was saying, I'm not saying what I'm doing is the right thing to do. I'm not saying that you should, sell your Moonshot Garage NFTs after watching this video. As a matter of fact, I'm actually against that. I think you should probably hold them. Look, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. All I'm telling you is I'm going to do, what's best for this challenge and how we are going to turn $500 into $100,000. And I'm going to document the process for you guys. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. Make sure you are subscribed. And of course, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. That's where I keep you up to date on what I'm actually doing, on not a $500 account, but, obviously way bigger plays for you guys, not with just a $500, right? Like, I show you guys, like, guys, I'm the most transparent person out here, So yeah, go follow me there if you want some extra alpha and extra, tips and all that stuff, guys. And so I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.